This is one of those movies where the poster promises you a nice juicy steak, but then you end up just getting a cold drive-through burger. Welcome to Creepin' It Real. We're talking about 2023's Hostile Dimensions. When I read the synopsis, I thought this could be interesting, but it was also found footage, and immediately that gives me the ick. I said, Jake, let's watch this. I think it has some promise. Jake,
you liar.
Tell me all the promise that you got out of this movie.
Nothing. I think this is part of a trilogy.
Yeah.
Death of a Vlogger.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to ever watch them.
Yeah.
So there's a series on Apple. I forget what it's called, but it's based off a book, and this guy builds a cube to essentially go into any universe he wants. There's a multiverse, and you can essentially, just by thinking of it, they find out later that it can come true. And so this gave me those vibes.
Let me give the setup so that people understand what you mean.
Let's do it.
This starts off following a street artist who goes into this abandoned building. She's looking for a place to tag. She has some guy videotaping her. They find some freestanding door in the middle of this trashed room. The dude that's following her around, he wants to go check out some things. Then he hears like a yelp or a scream. He goes back. He can't find this chick at all. He sees the doors open, but it just looks like hit the room he's in on the opposite side.
A little bit darker.
And then suddenly this like shadow figure with glowing red eyes pops its head around the corner and is like,
hey.
And the guy screams. Then these two filmmakers, documentary filmmakers, find out about this missing street artist, and they're like, let's investigate. This door leads to different dimensions, which ties into why Jake was saying it reminds him of this other show.
So she sets it up in her flat, as they call it. Eventually, they finally open the door, and the girl's mom pops up, I think it was. So they close it.
First of all, that whole scene with the mom was just so effing confusing in the first place.
I thought for some reason, because they never go into it until later, that the mom is dead.
Yes.
So I thought their mom just showed up and is like, hey, girls, what you doing? And so I didn't really understand it. So the whole scene, and the actors and actresses, like their reactions to certain things are so absurd. They're just not how people would normally act to certain things.
No.
And so you don't get that vibe whatsoever when this happens. Oh my God, you're seeing, it's like, well, I think she's just dropping off like food or something, you know? So
that
was very
scene
confusing.
Made no sense. It happens relatively at the beginning. And then when they finally explain it, it's like,
it's at the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's at the relative end of the movie. And I was like, this whole time, you're just making me like go,
where's your mom?
What? And why are you not concerned about this? She seemed completely unconcerned because we're all thinking her mom just disappeared. Where the hell is she?
Mirror world.
And she just, the one girl's like, you want to talk about it? And she's like, no, we have bigger things to talk. And I'm like, what do you mean you have bigger things to talk about? Your mom literally just disappeared.
Yeah, and you're worried about this random girl that you don't know?
When they first open the door and they see a mirror in there, they start laughing and they're like, oh, the guy in the video we watched, he just saw his own reflection. And I'm like, really? So you think that this man who took the video is a black shadow with glowing red eyes? That's what you think this man looks like?
Yeah, he had one of those morph suits on. This movie had what I would call a micro budget.
You know,
I'm assuming. They bring in this professor eventually, and his acting is so good. I don't know,
it's
man.
on par.
It's on par with the rest of them. Yeah.
That guy that you talked about, this scientist that shows up, he sets up a rule or a theory, then proves his theory, then they just effing throw that theory right out the window. So his theory is he comes to their apartment, which was, number one, the smartest decision ever. Kind of as you alluded to with the way you talked about it. Let's bring this door to our apartment. This scientist comes. He's talking all this like theory and baloney. And he's like, can I open it? And they're like, sure. And he's like, give me a second. What's your favorite animal? They say whales or something like that. He's like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Everybody be quiet.
Dude, I thought she said quail. I'm like, quail? And then they go in. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he opens up the door. They walk through, and there's whales flying in the air.
I was like, there's not a single quail here.
Yeah, that
theory busted.
So maybe that your score on the movie is bumped up now a little bit, now that you know that she said, well, okay. So anyway, then he goes in and he explains, see, all you have to do is think about something. And when you open the door, what you think about will be there. So they create this rule. He proves the rule works. They all fall asleep. They forget to put in their high security shovel to keep the door locked. And something or someone walks through the door while they're asleep. This builds a lot of tension. You're all freaking out. It leads to nothing because all it is the street artist that shows back up.
Yeah.
They say to this girl, well, we came looking for you because we saw Brian's video. And she's kind of like, oh, he posted it? Of course he posted it.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get those views, man. Commit to the bit.
She's like, well, I'd love to see him. And they're like, okay, we will go to his apartment and bring him back. I don't know why they can't use phones. I don't know why they all didn't just go, because it has to work for the convenience of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
They bring him back, and the street artist is like, that's not Brian. Then he whips out a freaking taser and somehow overpowers 4 people.
And knocks them out with
all
a
4
taser?
of them. Like, yes, and not a single person was able to tackle him. They all just basically stand up in a line, and they're like, oh, I guess it's my turn. Me? Should I go next?
I've never seen in a police cam video any taser knocking someone out.
Oh, no, they're just kind of in pain.
Please stop. Now, if you're on meth, it's like, whoa.
Next, charge me up. Yeah. Then we see him drag one of the filmmakers through the door and close it. The other ones wake up immediately, and they're like, where's Ash? He took Ash. So they have to go through the door and find her. This is where they throw that rule out. All they should have had to do is just think about freaking Ash, open up the door, snatch her, end of movie. Done. No, they find themselves on this beach with a half a dozen other doors. And they're like, oh, Ash has got to be behind one of these doors. Which one should we pick? Which one should we pick? But before we get to that, let me just say, this movie was doing nothing for me. It was just absurd. I was not entertained. I was just kind of like, whatever. But as soon as they bring this guy, Brian, in, and she says, that's not Brian, and he pulls out that taser, despite that whole scene being stupid, I was like, this might go somewhere now. I got this brief blip of
hope.
This might go somewhere now.
Yeah, that caught me off guard too.
It didn't. It went nowhere.
No.
They go to the speech. That rule about just think about it, out the window. There's a whole bunch more of nonsense running around. A bunch of dimensions that I couldn't care less about. Nothing cool or interesting, just a chase scene. They eventually find Ash. They get back to the beach. This guy who started all this kerfuffle is pissed off, and he starts praying to his god to smite them. But apparently now his god's just like,
nah.
And he starts lightning bolting all the doors.
Mm-hmm. This makes sense.
So this is just like the end of like a video game where, oh no, the building's exploding. We need to get out. But let's stand here and have a monologue as our escape just slowly disappears.
The one girl is like, I'm staying here. I'm finding my own world. I don't belong in the other world.
Yeah.
Which pisses me the fuck off because it's not mentioned at all in this movie that she feels out of it. And so then her friend's like, oh no, you have to come with? No? Okay. Let's stand here for a few more minutes. Let some doors explode.
Yep. She finally leaves this woman, goes through the door, but apparently everybody that was involved with this, other than the guy who created this tragedy in the first place, thought that she made a bad decision staying behind, just like you and I did. They were like, she batshit crazy. Why does she do that? Mm-hmm. We have to save her from herself. What nobody noticed, and really doesn't even matter,
it does not matter,
is there was this teeny door that I guess they snuck into a backpack before they jumped through their own door. And the god did not see them sneak this door out, so it didn't get destroyed. They set it up on this little rocking chair. They're like, we got to save her. They open it up. That's where the movie ends.
So I guess there might be a sequel. I don't know.
That's
How are they going to fit through that door?
Now this is the thing. This movie had 3 skulls out of 5 on Shudder because Shudder goes with skull, to fit with the theme of horror.
Mm-hmm.
So think stars. It had 3 stars out of 5. But I have learned in my great wisdom, you always, especially in Shudder, you remove 1 star.
2. Oh,
On
I always
Prime,
subtract 2.
Prime, you have to remove 2 because their scores are so off the wall and not correct. So this should have been really a 1-star movie. I don't know how it had 3. I'm landing at a 3 out of a 10 for this movie. I would watch this over VHS Halloween, though, honestly, because that one was just too, even though it looked better, that one was too college humor for me. And this one, I could
dicks,
deal
just not your
with.
thing.
And I mean, we all know that found footage movies are only done to save money because they're cheap, that it hides a lot of dog trash that occurs just because you just explain it away as like, oh, well, it was a VHS or, handy cam kind of thing. What do you expect? And that that's why it was used for this movie. Yeah. I mean, that's it. 100%.
I'm landing on 2 skulls in this one.
You do know that's out of 5, which means that
I'm landing this on 1 skull out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bad, man. I wasn't irritated with you, but I was like,
with me?
I'm like, out of all the movies we picked.
Oh, bro, I said to you, what are we watching? And you said pick. And I said, okay, it's your funeral.
I made you finish the original Leprechaun trilogy. So I was feeling a little bad about that. And I was like, all right, let's go ahead and find one, man. You tell me. Yeah.
I would not recommend this. This is only for the hardcore found footage fans.
Even you guys, man.
I don't understand. I mean, no judgment, but I don't understand the people who really like found footage.
I think what you're chasing there is the feeling. For me, at least, it's like that feeling of I watched the Blair Witch came out when I was probably like 11 or 12. Mm-hmm. And that scared the ever-living shit out of me as a kid. And I think at least what I get out of the found footage is, one, it's usually short form, like VHS. You've got multiple stories. So our attention span has gone way the fuck down, right? You have that vlogger-style camera work, which is so popular right now. Again, that goes back to our attention span. Everything is, for me at least, chasing that feeling that I got from Blair Witch. It's like maybe this one can take me out of reality and plop me down in this, and I can feel like this could be real. It's the same thing with what Paranormal Activity, the first one, was spooky, right?
I've never seen them. I've never seen Blair Witch or Paranormal Activity.
Okay, they were both in their time when they were done. It was like, oh my gosh, man! I thought that Blair Witch was real, because
you bought into it, man.
I bought into it hardcore, but I was like 11. You know what I mean? Now it's just you can't get that same feeling that you used to. They tried making this movie a little campy at times, but didn't follow through with it. It wasn't campy enough to be like, oh, this is goofy.
What do you mean? The guy in black spandex with paper cutout teeth and glowing red eyes?
The panda that was kind of like the Five Nights at Freddy's thing you had going there.
There was nothing fun about it. I have a friend named Nathan Calloway who really enjoys found footage. Like, he really enjoys found footage.
I would have loved to see his take on this.
Well, I reached out to him and I was like, dude, have you seen this Hostile Dimensions? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, it's found footage. I wanted to get somebody else's take on it because we've talked about bumps where there's a certain type of movie or a theme that we like, and so it gives the movie a bump. Or even hanging out with somebody gives it a buddy bump. And when I see found footage, it gives it the negative bump.
Yeah.
So immediately I'm already subtracting from it. So
you're knocking this thing down.
I didn't want to come in, guns blasting like, oh, this is a piece of trash, when you're asking me to absorb something that I generally don't like. So I wanted to hear from somebody who did like it to give me, and he was like, I haven't seen it, but I'll give it a try and I'll let you know what I think. And I was like, if you do, only watch for your own entertainment because I'm doing the review tomorrow. So your thoughts. And then his feelings got hurt and he was like, oh, Judah, who, can't give time to found footage. He's such a hoity-toity horror guy, And I was like, no, it's not. It's just not for me.
That's how I feel every time you say something about Terrifier.
Terrifier's dog trash, bro. Okay, let's clear the air here.
Let's get this elephant out of the room so we'll be done with it.
You are telling me that you enjoy Terrifier.
Here's why. You know what it gets for me? It gets the annoyance bump. Because I know it pisses you off. So it gets a bump from me because it's just like we have that friendship where it's like...
rude.
Mm-hmm. And almost as rude as storing a wonderful gift from a friend.
So you really
pocket dimension.
You don't enjoy this movie.
No, the Hostile Dimensions or
Terrifier?
Terrifier's dog trash, man. I mean, it's dog trash, but I just like mentioning it because...
Okay, here's the thing, though. You saw the Leprechaun movies when you were a child.
Yes.
So your memories are distorted. You have the child
Yes.
vision. You did not watch Terrifier when you were a child. So where's your excuse when you told me that 2 was better?
It was better. It had a little salt on that turd.
Production may have been slightly better, but it was still...
I like the character.
Trash.
There's goofy moments.
Okay, see? You don't have to back
when he
off.
like draws art in poop, that's funny, man, because it's a double entendre.
I don't find anything about the
Poop
Terrifier.
funny?
No, sometimes poop is funny, but
Okay.
I don't find art. I don't find anything about that universe entertaining at all.
And you're not a big slasher fan either, so that gets
not at all
a knock from
exactly
you already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, this Hostile Dimensions is not a recommend from me
or me.
But we don't have a balanced view of this one. Well, I don't. We don't have an opposite view to present to you on this. So I'd say that if you're a fan of found footage, maybe check it out and leave a comment letting us know how you felt about it. And we will take that and we'll learn from we'll learn from it. But I want to know from you guys, besides your true take on this movie, what movie were you totally fooled by when it came to the poster? You saw this poster and you're like, oh my gosh, this movie is going to rule. And then you watched it and you were just like,
wow, all the budget went to the graphic designer.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm Judah.
I'm Jake.
This has been Creepin' It Real. Please like, subscribe, and share.
We'll see you guys later.
See you later.
Whatever.
No gold stars today.
No
Jake
gold
just
stars?
cut me off. He didn't let me.
Gold star it.
No.
Gold star it.
No.
Dude, we can't end this
If
video.
you made it all the way to the end, you're a champion.
you.
You'll get a gold star. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.
Bye.